Hey folks, welcome back here to the VegasDon channel. We're here on the main streets of East Las Vegas. We're on Spanish Drive right now. There are a lot of calls for service in this area, especially after about midnight. There tend to be a lot of thefts, especially. And of course, right up here, right on the other side of the Mormon temple, it is known to be a former spot for where a lot of car thieves would leave car shells pretty much after they have already stripped them down and all that. And so this part of town tends to get a lot of that type of nefarious activity, especially late at night. There's also the fact that the homeless, unsheltered, unhoused population here in this town has been pushed out, shoved out away from the tunnels underneath the Las Vegas Strip, because they're doing a renovation project or something there to the tunnels. So that group of folks is now out and pushing to the east. Why they didn't push them out to the west, or maybe Summerlin, just give them, a bus ride out to Summerlin, is beyond me. I'm not sure. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate you guys helping us out there. Also, a lot of them set up camp, and you notice that a lot of their camps, they have a lot of stuff. Like some of them have bicycles and baby strollers and all sorts of other stuff. This is Bonanza Road, by the way, heading westbound, approaching Fog here, which becomes Mount Hood Street on the right there, and yet another juice stand, Nieves de Garrafa. Okay. And so get a lot of those over here on this side of town, especially the street side juice vendors, etc. Those folks, they're not out in Summerlin, they're not down in Green Valley on every corner, but on the east side of town they are. Now, why is that? And please drop a comment, let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Why are they pushing the homeless off to the east side of town? Why are all the juice stands on street corners in the east side of town? Why are they not on the west side of town? Why are they not? Oh no. I hope this is construction over here. No, it doesn't look like construction. Someone appears to have gone through the wash, the chain link fence there at the wash, and broken the chain link fence. More than likely DUI is my guess. And again, there's that stat that the Metro Police Department here put out that says that 20% of the motoring public here in Las Vegas is inebriated and driving at any given time. That's pretty sobering statistic, no pun intended. 20% of the motoring public. Very, very scary when you think about the fact you're at a red light at an intersection and you're out there with 9 other cars sitting for the green light. That means 2 of those other cars in that line waiting to turn with you or go forward with you or whatever, 2 of those drivers are inebriated. And it leads to a lot of hit and runs as well. That and the fact that so many people here drive without insurance. There's a lot of folks around here that drive without insurance. They've discovered that, because of the DMV and its woeful performance, insofar as not being able to do very much with regard to, this is Cedar Avenue, by the way, with regard to improving effectiveness and efficiency of operations. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They found a way to decrease and improve ineffectiveness and inefficiency of operations by requiring everyone to have appointments now. So that's a big deal. Instead of having walk-ins, people have to go online or whatever and make an appointment. And it's a very big problem. So because of that, and because the appointments tend to be so far out in the future, I mean, we're talking 3-4 months out into the future, by some accounts. So we come up here to Betty Lane once more. Because it takes so long, what they do is these guys will drive around without insurance, and then when they get pulled over, they'll just tell the cops, oh, I'm just waiting to get my tags from the from DMV, but I can't, you know, because gosh, it's so difficult to get an appointment with DMV. And then they can make up all sorts of excuses, right? They can say, oh, I had an appointment with DMV, but I was so sick that day, or oh, my child was so sick that day. They are renovating these apartments here, thankfully. NRS 207 deals with no trespassing. Nevada revised statute, I should say. We're gonna make this left here onto Betty Lane. Someone's sitting here waiting on me. I'm gonna take a look at this neighborhood in here real quick. I get a lot of requests and comments from viewers asking me to come into this area, telling me that there's all sorts of different stuff going on in here. Last time I was in here, I didn't see much, but again, we do this with you guys along for the ride to see what we can see. You never know what you're going to see here on the VegasDon channel. Las Vegas is very unpredictable. I think that's one of the reasons it soared to popularity so much on YouTube, because people love it. They love the unpredictable nature of Las Vegas. Got a wall tacked up there. That's not bad though, I mean, compared to other cities, of course. There's an Oldsmobile with white wall. You never see that anymore. They never put the white wall on there anymore. On the tires. But yeah, so I mean, the area in here, the buildings look like they could use a little bit of attention. Some broken glass up there. And we've got like a little courtyard here in between the buildings. Let's take a look at that courtyard. It's a pretty dreary place. Trees look dead. And they've got a sunshade for a car up there. A car sunshade, I should say, up in the window. Just a lot of different. A lot of folks live very differently, and you know, you put them especially into an apartment complex, and you're going to see just how different those folks live, right? So I'm going to turn around here. I can't risk getting a flat because that is a nightmare trying to get into the tire shop to get that fixed. I already went through that a couple weeks ago. Don't want to relive that experience. And then again, a lot of people here drive around without tags, or they'll get the, in order to get the tag, they'll get the state required insurance for the first month. Then as soon as they get that tag, boom, they're on the phone, the insurance company. Yes, I'd like to cancel, get a refund. And then boom, they're driving around with no insurance, but they have a tag on them that for the next 11 months at least is valid. And then when that tag expires, what do? They take it off. This is of no more use to me. They take it off, and then they drive around in a vehicle with no tags. That's why we do the fun drinking game here on the VegasDon channel. There's another tagged up wall in front of me there. Because there's so many cars we see here in town that have no tags. It's just wild. And nothing is done about it. You know, the DMV continues to be woeful. There's a car right there on the right, the Altima with no tag. There's a Yukon right there with no tag. Whether these cars have been driving or not, I don't know. They're parked on the side of the road right now. I'm talking about pretty much the cars that we see in traffic that probably shouldn't be operating out there like that. We have a Sonic here right in front of us. Also, please check out my wife's channel, Cinnamon and Jupiter, here on YouTube. She does some awesome spirituality and astrology videos, and even if you aren't into those, if you could still like and subscribe, would really mean a ton to us. Really want to try and help her get her channel growing. And also, please check out Vids from Mike, VIDSFROM-MIKE. He does some sensational sunrise and sunset drone videos to include plane spotting and the elusive and mysterious Janet Airlines. If you don't know Janet Airlines, feel free to do a quick Google search. Prepare to be wowed and